To be fair, I must say she neither aspired to a romantic dinner that headed to some kind of promotion. Maybe she did aspire to a romantic dinner, but in a varied way. At the beginning, what she was looking for, what she wanted, was learning more about him. Because she liked him, of course, even she still wasn't willing to admit it. She would say it was because he had potential as celebrity, because he was handsome, of course, because he was successful, of course, because he was rich, of course. The most desirable bachelors of the country. She considered the options aloud. Is he single? She didn't say he was married. They'd better do that via fast. She clicked several times on the incoming mail button to check she hadn't received anything yet. It hadn't passed half an hour since she had told the photographer to talk to the editorial team. She got up and walked around the office. Her secretary didn't take long to call for her about an important and urgent issue that kept her busy the rest of the day and even on her way home up to the point of make her forget Cesar. 2 days took the boy doing the inner shift to knock shyly on her door, waving a sheet of paper. What? She asked, not looking at him. I bring you the view you asked for. His voice was trembling. The view? What view? The so-called Cesar's. And about time too. Thank goodness it wasn't urgent, you incompetent. A Gloria that almost didn't remember the order mattered. I know it was a bit difficult and a young boy doing his internship that hadn't been told how to do his job or where he had to hand over the document said. Gloria waved him to leave without raising her side, grabbing eagerly the paper. Name, marital status, date of birth. He's young. Founder, partner, member of the board of the directors, owner of the patents. Not bad. She looked through the folder with the pictures of the party. Not bad at all. She took a look to the composition of the issue they were preparing and there wasn't any empty space. Better this way, she thought, so she had time to search the complete list of bachelors on the same level as her number one, so it didn't look too much fabricated. It also gave her margin to make out of a simple list to pad the magazine out the main article, maybe the cover. The cover is going to be too much. She slammed on the brakes of her fantasy on time. At the meeting, there was some malicious smile when Gloria read the contents. Just the staff that had been working there the longest. The ones that still remembered the success of the first list she had done. But they neither were that effusive because they knew that, too much to their regret, she was much powerful now than before. And this time the success of the list didn't turn into a date. As a matter of fact, Cesar didn't pay attention at all. It was Emma who cared about those things. This time the success of the list lay in the introduction into society of a new object of desire, and in the subsequent increase in sales. This time she got their superior's congratulations. It had been long since the last time we did a second print run, Camelia said. We cannot deny your sharp eye. It's not bad for a person you say she is here because she slept with the bosses, Gloria said with sarcasm. Camelia didn't play along. She was one of them, and not matter how hard Gloria worked, she wasn't willing to change her diagnosis because deep down Camelia thought she could do it better than her. Now we should take advantage of this crowd puller. I don't know. Maybe an interview of several pages. The center for, don't you think so? Gloria asked for agreement more than opinion. Yeah, but maybe it's better to fatten the character up a bit more. If you reveal the mystery in one go, you end up with a gold mine. Camelia disagreed just for the fun of it. I don't know if just a photo with a small biography aroused so much interest. Maybe a complete interview with well-cared photography makes more people rope in. Not only the people that like his body, but also his personality. Gloria defended her position. But wanting to keep stand firm, she couldn't do more than follow Camelia's advice, because Ingma took long to convince Cesar the interview was a good idea. And from the economic point of view, it was the best she could do. Sales increased considerably from the list on. The letters to the director of the magazine were more and more demanding, and above all, Cesar, that was shy in his nature, disappeared from the social life, generating even more expectation. Tell him you can choose the technicians, the placement, and I can assure we aren't going to make any intimate question. I'm doing the interview personally to avoid surprises. A pleasing Gloria promised. But she had to pay for the display of kindness during the negotiations during the interview. She focused so much in talking her victim into that forgot the manners with the person that had made the meeting possible, and what for the executives Gloria used to deal with would be normal, was the most terrible mistake she could make before Cesar's eyes. She could tell it late, at the end, when they were picking the equipment up and she was about to suggest they could have a drink to apologize for an inconvenience. Emma, Cesar said, ignoring her. Could you please stay with these people until they finish their job here? Emma nodded. She knew it was a rhetorical question. She could notice he was eager to leave, and she almost was grateful so he couldn't make things worse, saying in front of a microphone some inconvenience bigger than the ones he had said all along the interview. The magazine beat all the sales forecasts, and like she had anticipated, the interview increased, eager to know that businessman that looked like a secret agent in a disproportionate way. Unluckily for her, she had opened and closed the door of the most profitable gold mine of her career in one and only movement. Luckily for her, it was closed for her competitors as well. Cesar had ordered to limit the contact with the media strictly to company matters and shielded his private life under an inaccessible bark.